Hi everyone, I am back and I want to talk about a weekend trip that my husband, my 2-year-old, and I went on for going down to Solvang, California. I did a little planning, probably did not need to, but you can pause to see some of the things that I was looking at that I wanted to go to, knowing that we had a little kid, and some different shops that we wanted to, but totally unnecessary. Solvang itself has all of these beautiful windmills and has a lot of shops, different places to eat. It does kind of close down at night. I took a couple pictures of things we got. Obviously, I love sharp cheddar. We had some fudge, but it was really fun just going in and out of the stores, although not as much fun with a 2-year-old. So one of the places we went to eat does have a Michelin star, I believe, and it was called Peasant Feast. Here's the menu if you want to pause and look at that. The food was meh. I do not think my chicken sandwich was worth $19. But I'm glad we went. The soup was good, but it could be a total skip in my opinion. We also went to this museum that I can't pronounce it, but it was really beautiful. They built a house with no nails, and then we went to this park to let my 2-year-old run around. It was absolutely gorgeous, and we stayed later than expected, so we had trouble finding a place to eat when we came back. We ended up coming to this place called Toscana, which was not really on my radar. It was not on my list, but it was probably our favorite meal. The pizza was amazing. We had meatballs and eggplant parmesan, which were really good. And instead of bringing crayons out, they brought my son dough to play with, which I thought was so genius. It entertained us the entire time. The food did take a while to come. Here's my receipt if you want to look at it, but we were completely entertained by the dough, and I thought it was just so good. They have all these cute little decorations. We stopped at the Christmas store and got all of our Christmas stuff that we needed. But I do want to review the place we stayed at. We stayed at Vinland Hotel, and it was over $300 a night. I'm going to do a tour of the room. Over 300 was a lot, I would say. We had a king room. We're in the bathroom, and there was a nice shower with a waterfall. Spout, and the sink was just in the room. It wasn't kind of in a separate bathroom. They definitely have remodeled recently, but some of it kind of seems like just a cosmetic fix. I'll show some other things in a second, but it was nice. There was a little porch. There was some privacy. It was within walking distance. Here's a map of the place. There is a pool and spa. It has not been renovated. It was not open during hours that we were really able to use it. And it was right off of the main lobby. They also did have some free wine one night, which was nice. And we went and got a glass of wine. But it was dark for the naps, which was great. But there was rest spots on the door. The shower door doesn't really stay closed when you shut it. There was bugs in the towel that we got. You can just tell that it was not a super great remodel, but some of the other hotels were much more expensive. So this is the Landsby. This is one that was recommended. And meanwhile, Vinland is number one on TripAdvisor. So maybe I was just in a bad room. This is the kind of outdoor lobby for the Landsby. Gorgeous property, but it was $500 or $600 a night. So way more expensive, only a couple minutes difference, but the Landsby is in the middle of all of the shops and breakfast places and all of that. So it is a little bit closer. The Vinland where we stayed was a little bit further off. It was still on the strip, but it was at the very edge of the strip. The Cork is the other one that we were told to look at, which is by a lot of the stores and places to eat and all that over on the other side. And so you can also check that out. That was also way more expensive. So we went with the cheaper option, which worked out fine. But, just know going in that $300 is the cheaper option. But we had a great time in Solvang. It was a long drive. We actually thought about going to Ostrich Land, which is just 7 minutes away, but my son is really afraid of animals right now. So we did not, but that's something else to check out. But look at the list that I made. The Copenhagen sausage place, the sausages were good, but the real winner was the pretzel. The pretzel was amazing. I didn't even get a picture of it because we all just devoured it so much. Get the $10 one, the actual big one, with the cheese, and you will not regret it. I got a new pair of shoes. We stopped at bakeries. It was just a really fun weekend, but be prepared to spend money. It was way more than we typically spend on a weekend out. Normally we do stuff like camping, which is like $30 a night. So be prepared for that. But all in all, I would recommend it. Leave comments and questions to see if you have any concerns. But from distance to distance, it was only about like a 12-minute walk from one side of like the downtown strip to the other side. It was also Halloween decorations that were around, so it was pretty fun. And it does die down at night, so a lot of the restaurants close starting at like 6:30, 7:30. It took us a little bit to actually find something that was open past 7. So plan your meals accordingly. There are a couple bars and there are some like diner type places that you can get burgers, but if you want to get some of the more like specialty meals, you do have to plan ahead and make sure that everything is open because they do have special hours. But there was so many unique shops. There was like a whole shop of cuckoo clocks, and there's a place that's the only place in the world that makes this Swedish candy. So definitely check it out. It was like 6 hours for us, which was a long drive. I don't know if we'll go back, but I am glad that we went.